Welcome to Scene by Dawn. Today I'm going to be reviewing the movie The Disaster Artist with James Franco, Davey Franco, and Seth Rogan. The Disaster Artist is a movie based on a book written by Greg Sestero. It's about the making of another movie called The Room. I'm going to try to link it somewhere here. We'll see. Maybe here, maybe here, maybe here, maybe here, maybe up there, maybe nowhere, because I'm new to this and I don't know how to link things, but we'll see. So The Room is the best, worst movie ever made. It has garnered a huge cult following. Greg Sestero, who plays the part of Mark in the movie The Room, wrote a book about the making of the movie and working with Tommy Wiseau, who is the director, producer, and writer. Really, it's about people who have a dream. And regardless if they're really actually capable of pulling that dream off and just going for their dreams no matter what. And that's what this is about. And Tommy really wanted to be in a movie and nobody would cast him because he just really wasn't good at acting. Then he decided that he would just make his own movie. Actually, I think it was Greg who suggested it. Why don't we just make our own movie? And he's like, that's a great idea. What I love about watching The Room and even watching The Disaster Artist is just listening to Tommy's accent because it's just so unusual. Can't quite figure it out.
Everybody wants to be star. You have to be the best and never give up.
Apparently he's from Europe somewhere. He says that he grew up in New Orleans. There was someone who dug up his immigration papers and he did immigrate from Poland and immigrated to San Francisco. He says he spent some time in New Orleans, but he didn't pick up the New Orleans accent, that's for sure. And his accent is just very unusual. I wouldn't even say it's Polish, so I don't know what it is. He's got his own thing. It's Tommy. It's a Tommy accent. James Franco spent so much time listening to Tommy because Tommy would record himself just in his regular life, just driving along in his car. James Franco had access to just hours and hours and hours of Tommy's verbal ramblings, so he nailed the accent. He directed The Disaster Artist, but he was also playing the part of the director of The Room. He would break character in that he was then James Franco directing The Disaster Artist, but he never broke the accent. It's a bit like Inception, so the movie within the movie, he's directing that one, and then he's also directing the main movie, which they were actually making, The Disaster Artist. So it's, some of the people said it got like really confusing. I think James Franco did an incredible job. Like, he put prosthetics on his face in order to make himself look more like Tommy. He dressed like Tommy. He had, I don't know, 500 different belts on all the time. He nailed the accent, even just the way that he moved, the way that he threw a football, even though Tommy criticizes him, like the real life Tommy criticizes James Franco on the way that he throws the football. He says that's the one thing that he didn't agree with in the film. Tommy is such an interesting character. What I liked about this movie, because The Room is so horrible, it is really tempting to mock it and to mock Tommy, and because it's just so awful. But I found that The Disaster Artist didn't mock Tommy. It really celebrated who he is as a person. In this day and age of, you know, bullying and anti-bullying and stuff, I thought it was really great that they didn't resort to like cheap shots or anything like that. Like, of course, Tommy is just ridiculous. They don't change him either. Like, they appreciate him for the quirkiness that he is, but at the same time, I didn't find that there was anything to be mean to him. Like, it was just showing who he is and the crazy dream that he had, and that in the end, like, even though he produced a terrible movie, it got such a cult following, people grabbed onto it, and now it's actually turned into the success that he had wanted it to be. It's a great message for everybody that no matter if you think that you're qualified for your dreams or not, it's a little bit like when Donald Trump won the presidency. It's like, do you know what? I'm going to go and apply for that job that I'm totally not qualified for because I can get it. Like, that's what this movie is too. It's like, am I qualified to make a movie? Maybe not, but you know what? Let's give it a shot. Like, if that's really my dream and I'm going to push myself forward towards that, why not do it? At the end of the movie, they had a number of scenes from The Room, and then the actors from The Disaster Artist remade these scenes, and some of them are like carbon copies. Like, you could actually take one and put it on top of the other, and they would say the words at the exact same time with the exact same inflection. There were a couple of times where it was a little bit off, but for the most part it was like nailed, and they must have like spent hours on it to try to like just memorizing the scene. There was just so much care and attention put into this project. Oh, I missed the special scene at the end of the movie. So if you do watch this movie, make sure to stick to the very end after the credits. There is a scene between James Franco, who is playing Tommy Wiseau. So James Franco, as Tommy Wiseau, is talking to a character named Henry, or Harry. Henry, I think. And this person, this character is played by Tommy Wiseau. So it's Tommy Wiseau talking to Tommy Wiseau. I missed that, and I want to see it. Yeah, so I'm going to definitely be watching this movie again. I give this movie an 8 out of 10. I really liked it. I loved watching the craziness of Tommy and just how he just really grabbed onto his dreams, didn't listen to anybody else when they said, like, you have a ridiculous accent, you're never going to do anything. And he's just like, but there's still a chance.
To be or not to be?
It's not going to happen for you. Not in a million years.
But after that?
Give this video a big thumbs up if you like living out your dreams. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on anything that I've seen. Seen by Dawn. Oh, I forgot to say about the bell. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on anything. No, I forgot about the bell again. Don't forget to subscribe and ring that little bell so you don't miss out on anything that I've seen. Seen by Dawn.